Tampa by the Bay and downtown just a few miles away from Tampa Stadium, where we're ready to start the second half. The Packers leading the Bucs 7-3, and Green Bay will do the kicking off. Tampa Bay will again be working into the wind as Chris Jackie hits it. Taken at about the 8-yard line by Stamps, and Sylvester has a hole. Dragged out of bounds as he gets to about the 44-yard line. And he may be injured, getting up very slowly.
The game, and Howard hasn't carried the ball that much so far, so as a result it's easy to understand why he's a little bit slow coming off the ball and not as sharp as he should be.
Takes you a few times to get warmed up. Howard again. This time he ran into his own men. Gains little, if any. This is the deepest penetration that Tampa Bay has had into Green Bay territory today.
But here again, it got started with a good kickoff return and of course good field position initially, and that's so important.
Third down, 4 yards to go. The ball at the Green Bay 22. Hill in motion. Hill with the ball dropped. That is the third ball that Hill has dropped, and the fifth ball Testaverde has had dropped by his receivers today.
It's pretty unusual because Hill comes into the game with 46 catches, and he's a very sure-handed receiver. He must not be looking the ball into his hands, and a basic fundamental thing like that can create that kind of a problem.
So Chris Moore will hold for Donald Igwebuike, who will attempt a 40-yarder. He is 1 of 2 today. This one looks to be good, and it is. Igwebuike makes it a 1-point game with 10:23 to go in the third quarter. Green Bay 7 and Tampa Bay now 6. Surprisingly, Steve Zabriskie and Hank Stram with you here in the third quarter. And Igwebuike's second field goal of the game has made it a 1-pointer. 7-6 Green Bay in the 22nd Battle of the Bays. Vince Workman and Carl Bland are back to receive Igwebuike's kickoff. And it is a line drive squibber. Bland running to the left. He ran about 30 yards and gained about 4. John Cannon knocked him down. John Cannon very involved in today's Toys for Tots campaign that they had here at halftime. A donation was made by fans coming into the stadium prior to the game, and then a group of kids were given an opportunity to rake the pile of toys, and what was left over will be given to charity for the Christmas season. From the 23. Mikowski had time and tried to get it to Sharp. Second down and 10.
Ken Rutgers, number 75, the offensive left tackle. You see him using his hands on the play. He's got a hold on Pig Goff, number 94, but again, the official does not see it. No call on the play, but again, that kind of a hold, I think if you ran the thing back every time, somebody would be holding like that on every single play.
I think you're right. Flags fly. Mikowski complete. Nope, incomplete. Sharp could not hold on. Winston Moss with the hit. but the flag was thrown on the snap.
It's amazing how many balls have been dropped here this afternoon.
Number 94 lined up in the neutral zone. 5 yards. Second down.
It was Pig Goff again, that time lining up in the neutral zone. A nickname like Pig, you ought to be playing for the Washington Redskins offensive line. They're the Hogs, right?
I guarantee you they're very, very happy that he's playing here.
Well, the Packers have really had a great second half football team this year, and that graphic certainly tells a big part of the story. They lead by 1 point. 10:04 to go in the third. It is 2nd and 5. Fullwood near the 35 before he's thrown back. He has more than enough for the first down, however. Kevin Murphy and Ricky Reynolds make the tackle.
And that time they're in a double zone again, covering the outside people with 2 people, and they dump the ball off. And usually it's very difficult to get much yardage on that because there's a man short and a man deep. But they managed to get the first down.
San Francisco's come back to take the lead over Atlanta. And the Rams have scored again in Dallas. Miami on the board. First and 10 at the 35. Fullwood. Big hole. Fullwood to the 47. Dragged down by Harry Hamilton, the safety. A gain of 13.
This time we'll see Jarvis taking a side, Bush taking him the way he was going, and as a result it created a big cavity on the inside, and they take advantage. Watch it, here he is. He's taking a right shoulder. Bush takes him the way he wants to go, creates a big hole right up the middle, and off we go for a nice gain in the play.
And a gain of 13, the longest running gain for the Packers today. Fullwood won't get anywhere near that much this time as he's thrown back as he gets close to midfield. Eugene Marv and Kevin Murphy on the stop. Fullwood, who has been nicked up a bit off and on this year, appears to be at least close to 100% healthy.
You know, I think the other thing that's obvious here this afternoon too, Steve, is the fact that the Green Bay Packers are always a lot more efficient when they have good balance between the run and the pass. So far in this game, they do not have that balance. They've only run the ball 15 times, and they've thrown it 29. So I think they're trying to get back into some kind of a balance between the run and the pass.
They face a 2nd down and 8 right at the 50. Incomplete, intended for Sharp. He was very well covered by Harry Hamilton. And that time Mikowski got pressure from Kevin Murphy. 3rd down and 8.
Now we'll see the pressure. He's trying to get outside. He's trying to escape to the outside, but Murphy's there. As a result, he can't go, you see. And if you're so used to going one way, you never try to go to the opposite direction.
And you have to wonder, Hank, with his running ability, why he doesn't run up the middle more, why he doesn't have a tendency to step up in there.
Well, he'll do that when he has a chance. He loves to do that, but he hasn't had much of a chance because they're in a tight defense. Look at him there right now in the gaps.
And they're coming hard. He gets it away to Fontenot, and Fontenot has enough for the first down. Out of bounds at the Tampa Bay 42, bumped out by Rod Jones.
And there again, that was an escape that time by Mikowski to his left. He very rarely does that, but he did it on that last occasion.
And Pig Goff was chasing him again. Mikowski may be limping a little bit. He appears to be favoring his right ankle. Now it doesn't appear to be as evident as it was after the play. This is the 7th play of the drive. Knocked down. Batted right back in his face by Reuben Davis.
And Reuben Davis is 6'4", 285. The defensive left end. And he's good against the run and also against the pass. That time he sheds the would-be blocker, comes to the inside, gets his hands up into the air, and knocks the ball down. Reuben Davis, number 75. There you see him. Ticks it with his left hand. A great picture.
He just threw down Alan Weingrad. Weingrad weighs 280.
Well, you get them moving the way they want to go, and that's what's going to happen.
2nd down and 10. This time Mikowski has all day. Incomplete. He tried to get it to Keith Woodside, but it was way underthrown.
And here again, with the way that wind did this afternoon, and you roll one way or the other, and if you don't get anchored and get set and bend that right knee when you throw it to the right side, you're not going to have much on the ball. And it didn't look like he'd had much on that last one and went right into the ground.
One thing about the Magic Man, he's no stranger to pressure, and he's got a little bit of it today. Although he has not been sacked, he's been hurried 14 times, knocked down 5. That goes with the territory. He's had 2 batted down. He's only had 1 picked off, though.
Yeah, and both teams have done a good job defensively, and Tampa has done an excellent job from a defensive viewpoint.
3rd and 10. Winston Moss has him. And it's going to be a sack. Fourth sack of the year for Moss.
And Winston Moss, number 58, comes across there in good shape. Here he is, blitzing on the play. Gets the tackle from behind, gets the sack from behind, and that's one of the reasons, one of the 2 reasons why Thomas, the number 1 pick, is not playing, because Murphy and Moss are playing extremely well as linebackers.
Willie Drury takes it at the 10. Still going. With a 55-yard punt return, and Clint Didier saves a touchdown at the Green Bay 35.
Here again, he catches it high right by the numbers, and look at good vision, good moves. He makes people miss, maintains his good balance, shifts the ball one way and then the other. It's carrying in the wrong arm now he puts it on the left side. And he's finally tackled by Didier, number 80, after a fantastic run by Drury.
Celebration time as Tampa Bay has the field position now. 1st and 10 at the Packers 35. Green Bay leading by 1. Testaverde has it batted. It's intercepted. Picked off by Scott Stevens. Plenty of Packer fans on hand to love it as back-to-back turnovers take the momentum away from Tampa Bay. Scott Stevens' first interception of the year, the 3rd of Vinny Testaverde this afternoon. Big play in a 1-point ball game. Scott Stevens wasn't even expected to start. He's in there for John Anderson, and he makes a heck of a play here, Hank.
Well, he makes a great play, but nobody touches him. The tight end misses him. And he's free to jump up into the air, and you know it's a great thing to knock the ball down, but to catch it on the way down is fantastic.
His first career interception in the NFL, and after the 55-yard punt return, the Pack gets the momentum back, and Fullwood bangs hard for a couple of yards across midfield, and there appears to be an injured Tampa Bay player, and it looks like it's Kurt Jarvis. There's Scott Stevens starting in place of the injured and long-time defensive standout John Anderson of Green Bay, who's in his 12th year. Stephen only in his 3rd. Kurt Jarvis out of there, replaced by Sean Lee at nose tackle. Play action. Mikowski gets it to Woodside. Woodside has very little help and gains short yardage to about the 44. Irvin Randall on the tackle. Let's look at the NFC Eastern Division. And of course, the biggest game in that division right now is Philadelphia leading the Giants 17-10 in the third quarter. Washington will be at Phoenix tonight in a big one in the East. So here are the standings right now. The Giants a game ahead of Philadelphia, but Philadelphia leading in that game. And Washington and Phoenix, the also-rans, the Washington Redskins with only a faint hope, and they've got to win the rest of their games to have any chance at a playoff spot of any kind.
We talked about this earlier, Steve, but I think they have to use more play-action passes, especially on early downs, talking about Green Bay.
They did on the last down. Mikowski going long for Sharp, incomplete. Fine play by Rod Jones, who hit him after the ball got there, and Sharp couldn't hold on.
That was really a great play by Rod Jones, number 22, on Sharp. Mikowski looking right and then throwing over to his left side, but look at the coverage. Jones was right on him when the ball got there. A beautiful play by Jones, and he knocks the ball loose, and as a result they have to punt.
So Bracken on again. Willie Drury, who just ran one back 55 yards for naught, is standing back at his 10, and it's been feast or famine for Bracken. This is a good one, maybe a little too good, as it'll land in the end zone on the fly for the touchback. A 43-yard punt, and with 4:42 left to play in the third quarter, Green Bay holds on to a 1-point lead, 7-6. Tampa Bay has the ball back, but far worse field position than they enjoyed after the punt return on the previous exchange of possessions. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 20, trailing by 1. Carrier in motion, and preliminary movement along the line by Green Bay. Looked like Nelson was offsides, and it's a free play and a good one for Tampa Bay as William Harris, the tight end, gets wrestled out of bounds and flags fly. Scott Stephen and Chuck Cecil over there to wrestle him out of bounds after a 16-yard gain, and there might be a penalty tagged onto this one in spite of the penalty that started the play.
Looked like Bob Nelson, the nose man, moved number 79 on Green Bay.
Fred Wyant trying to get it sorted out. There's more than one infraction here. The head linesman, Jerry Bergman, just shrugged his shoulders like, what are you asking me for? Well, the coaches are wondering what's going on. The fans are wondering what's going on. And the officials are still conferring.
Now Ray Perkins just said, what is it? I don't know. Tell us.
The last time we had this stadium looked full.
We had encroachment against the defense. The ball was dead. While the ball was dead, we had a 15-yard face mask.
Yes, we know that. Where's the mark-off going to be? All right, they're going to give him the play, so the completion will stand, and it's a first down.
We get a face mask shot right here. There you see it. Very obvious. Looked like Ken Stills, number 29, was one grabbing the gum grabber.
Well, it wipes out the reception, and they take the 15-yard face mask penalty from the original line of scrimmage. So 1st and 10 at the 35. William Howard for a gain across the 40. Let's go back to New York and check in with Brent Musburger.
Steve, another Steve. This one young, making all the difference in the world for the 49ers. 10 of 10 for 168 yards, 1 touchdown, runs for another. And now with Joe Montana out with those sore ribs, the Niners lead by 10. Let's go back to Steve.
Thanks, Brent. Steve Young, nice to have on the bench with Montana down and a performance like that. William Howard again the ball carrier and should have enough for the 1st down.
This is the first time really that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had any kind of semblance of a balance. They're running the ball much better than they did earlier.
Now to pass on 1st down, swinging it out to Howard. Knocked down by Scott Stevens. A gain of only 2 to the 48, where it'll be 2nd down and 8. Lindy Infante, whose real first given name is Galindo. Galindo.
It's Irish, isn't it?
I doubt it. Howard doing most of the work here, knocked down by Chuck Cecil, the safety, and he gains a few more. 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and a 1-point game with both teams going to the running game.
I think with the wind the way it is and the way they've thrown the ball, throw, you know, they have to get back to some kind of a situation where they can control the line of scrimmage a little bit better, and I think Tampa especially is doing that much better than they did earlier in the game.
3rd down and 4. From the shotgun. Intercepted by Dave Brown. 2 Tampa Bay receivers crossed, and Testaverde threw it between them into the arms of Dave Brown. The 4th interception he's thrown today. Dave Brown's made a lot of them. 1:51 left to go in the 3rd, and Green Bay has it back.
All right, here we go on the left bottom of your screen here on the left side. Man in motion, coming in motion to the inside and then back outside. They've got 2 receivers, 2 defensive backs, Stills and Brown. The ball is thrown right to Brown, and he makes the interception.
His 60th career interception. Flags fly as Fullwood carries. And Fred White will be back at work again.
Number 95, defense lined up offside.
Jarvis apparently the one offside.
Formation on the offense, replay, 1st down.
Well, apparently there were offsetting penalties on the play. So the ball will remain at the line of scrimmage. As I mentioned earlier, Dave Brown with his 60th career interception. And he is in some rather highfalutin company right there. Paul Krause, the all-time leader, the former Minnesota Viking.
And he had 2 last week, and he's in highfalutin company because he's a highfalutin player. That's what it.
Yeah.
He's terrific.
4th this year. Mikowski firing and incomplete. Intended for Herman Fontenot. And it'll be second down. Jarvis back in the game after going out with an injury earlier. It appears to be all right. 1:19 remaining in the third quarter.
Did you say somebody, I couldn't tell who it was, but somebody going back into the huddle of Green Bay gave Jarvis a little shot right on top of the a little greeting.
Out of respect.
I still don't understand why Green Bay doesn't throw more play action passes to slow down that rush a little bit.
Straight drop back on second down. Firing along, incomplete, intercepted. Odie Harris. And a 19-yard return. Second interception thrown by Mikowski.
This is you be the quarterback. You see what's happening. You got plenty of room right up the middle. Odie Harris, number 20. The ball is thrown right over the top, a little bit too high. There's the tipping drill, and that's what happens when you throw the ball in the middle area. There's so many people there that if you throw the ball up on top, it's deflected. It winds up with an interception, just like Odie Harris made.
Teams trading turnovers, but not able to capitalize, and Testaverde completes it as a flag is thrown. The tackle made on Ron Hall after the short gain, but a flag thrown deep in the secondary. And it's defensive holding. Bob Moore, the back judge, making the call well away from the play. So the option resting with Tampa Bay.
Holding, number 22, defense, first down.
That'll put the ball right at midfield. Turnovers and penalties continue to be the story, as these have all been interceptions. Testaverde's thrown 4, Mikowski 2, but Green Bay has committed far more penalties for far more yardage. First and 10 at midfield. Complete to the tight end, Ron Hall, covered immediately by Scott Stephen. Steve Zabriskie and Hank Stram with you from Tampa, Florida. And we have just about 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Green Bay has held on to a 1-point lead as they scored first. Donald Igwebuike has kicked 2 field goals for Tampa Bay's only score. Ray Perkins trying to get things going as the Bucs have been unable to score a touchdown, as time will run out here in the third quarter. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. Green Bay 7, Tampa Bay 6. And we'll return to Tampa Stadium after this word from your local station. "15 minutes to go in a 1-point ball game with Green Bay leading 7-6. Testaverde under pressure, underthrows the intended receiver Carrier. Brian Noble diving with an attempt, and it'll be third down and 7. There are 2 teams here, Hank, who like to be balanced, but they're not really balanced today. They're doing a lot of throwing. At the Green Bay 47. Yes, complete to Carrier. Mark Lee blasted him out of bounds, but it's first down Tampa Bay. A gain of 15.
Mark Carrier on the right side, number 88. On the corner. A good delivery on the outside. And the ball's thrown perfectly right where it has to be thrown. And Mark Lee is there trying to cover on the play, but doesn't get there.
Carrier now over the 1,000-yard mark receiving this year. Swing pass to William Howard. Brian Noble can't bring him down, but some green shirts get there and stop him. Let's go back to New York for another NFL Today update with Brent.
Steve, here's the storyline on the Eagles. Buddy Ryan did not kick a field goal on 4th and goal. The Giants stuffed the rushing effort. Then they go down and tie the game up at 17. Let's go back to Steve.
Thanks, Brent. Buddy Ryan eschewing the field goal. Here we have 14 minutes to play. Green Bay leading by 1, and William Howard and Tampa Bay driving as Howard carries close to the first down. He'll be short at the 23, stopped by Ken Stills and Brian Noble.
After running a few more plays than he has been running, Howard is coming off the ball much better and kind of getting in the rhythm and the flow of the game. It's a little bit what we talked about earlier. You know, you just can't carry the ball 1 or 2 or 3 times and expect to be in good form in a game like this one.
And when you're going to a one-back offense, Hank, like they are today, I guess it's doubly important that the guy get in the flow and perform well. Wilder in the game, and Wilder may have the first down. He's very close.
I think he got enough push to make the first down, but we'll have to wait for the measurement. But he finally got the shoulders squared from the I formation and started to get upfield a little bit, and I think as a result he was able to make the first down. But we'll see in a moment, see where they mark it.
That time they went to more of a power formation with Howard as a fullback. And they did make it.
And Wilder is a terrific back from the I formation. He's much more efficient from the I formation when he's back there about 7.5 yards deep than he is when he's up there close.
So first down Tampa Bay at the Green Bay 21. This is the 8th play of this drive. Packers leading by 1. Testaverde throws it out of the end zone. The closest receiver was Bruce Hill, but nobody very close. Boy, he could have had a full course dinner, Henry.
Yeah, he had all the time in the world that time. Right, Steve. He had all the time in the world. Pass protection is excellent. Just watch it. A good seal off. He backs off, trying to get more room, better vision. Nobody, the coverage downfield was excellent. And that's why he decided to throw the ball out of the end zone and not take a chance of getting an interception.
So it is second down and 10, still at the 21.
If they run, they might run to the right side the way the backs are leaning. There, they're going to run draw play.
Sylvester Stamps breaking free. Stamps, touchdown. Just great effort by Sylvester Stamps to break tackles and take it 21 yards to give Tampa Bay the lead.
And that was one of the few draw plays we have seen. As many passes that here you see it on the left side. A good hole, good blocking downfield. Howard out in front, trying to get in front, but doesn't make any kind of contact. Great determination, great running on the part of Sylvester Stamps. And they got him as a plan B player, and he's been a great acquisition.
Igwebuike with the extra point. 12.5 minutes remaining. Tampa Bay has come back to take the lead 13-7. Well, the story of this game told in turnovers and certainly field position. And the big play so far, Hank, has to be the draw. You wondered earlier why they didn't do more of it. It certainly worked for Stamps, 21 yards.
Yes, and they haven't run many screens yet either. It's surprising as many times as they throw the football. But the running part of it has to be a more important phase of what they're doing as the game progresses.
Igwebuike will do the kicking off. Carl Bland and Vince Workman are back for Green Bay. Workman at the 4. Flag goes down at the 35 as Workman gets to the 30. And now the official picks it up and moves the flag to the 30. Sam Ano made the tackle for Tampa Bay. Fred Wyatt and company have been busy.
Holding, number 35, 10-yard penalty, first down.
So holding on the run back will negate a pretty good one on the part of Vince Workman. Here, they're trying to hand me something here. Anyway, Steve Zabriskie and Hank Stram with you. And Henry, when we talked before the game and the things that you pointed out that had to happen in this game, they seem to be happening, and yet it's still up in the air as who's going to win it.
Oh, it's still jump ball. A lot of things can happen. Green Bay's got them where they like them because that's when they're played best, when they're behind.
They're behind right now by 6. They were a little lackluster when they had the lead, so we'll see what can happen. Incomplete, intended for Woodside, but thrown low and behind him. Kevin Murphy had him covered. Let's go back and look at the 21-yard run by Sylvester Stamps, and boy, does he get a block down here around the 5-yard line.
Yes, he gets a good block here by Carrier, number 88, downfield. And of course, a bad tackle, missed tackle by Noble, and he goes down the sideline. Watch Carrier, 88, come in and block Murphy, 37, and he also knocks off Harris, number 97, and he goes in and matriculates the ball right in the end zone. Yeah.
Change that scoreboard. So it's 13-7 Tampa Bay. 2nd down and 10 Green Bay at their 20. Play action. Mikowski firing and completing to Woodside, who has the first down at about the 32.
They got to do more of that, and every time they've thrown a play action, the guys have been wide open and the protection has been excellent.
That was a 12-yard gain. 12 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the game. Mikowski's nickname Magic for 2 reasons. People thought it was pronounced Magikowski, but the J is actually silent, and he has provided some serious late game magic for Green Bay this year. He'll be called on to see if he can do it again. Again, play action. Again, a completion. Sharp to the 39 of Tampa Bay. A flag goes down as Hamilton and Jones bring him down. It's a gain of 29, but maybe more.
Face mask, number 22, 5 yards, first down.
So Rod Jones got a hold of the face mask, and it'll be tacked on.
Watch Sharp coming off the ball on Jones. He makes an outside move and then inside, gets him turned, and then he breaks to the outside back and stops when he's got the outside leverage. Jones has. He makes the catch and does a good job of running and also covering up the football when he got hit and started the fall.
Not only does he set a new record, that's his 6th 100-yard receiving game this year. Play action again. Mikowski has it tipped up, and Mikowski tips it away. Kurt Jarvis trying to pick it off, and it was jump ball between Jarvis and Mikowski.
And Mikowski did a good job, had great presence by knocking the ball loose, or else it could have been an interception. But that, see, if you're faking the ball like you should on a play action fake, that shouldn't happen because you got to sell the people it's going to be a run. And if the back doesn't get tackled going through the hole, then you've done a poor job of faking on the play action pass. That's what it was. It was jump ball, and he got the tip.
And in case you're wondering, Mikowski could have caught the ball and it would have been a reception. Fires this one complete to Perry Kemp, and the ball comes out. Tampa Bay has it. Kevin Murphy with the football. Perry Kemp has missed the last 2 games with an injury, and he missed this ball, or let it go anyway.
Just a simple hitch pattern, but here again, the reason that happened, when you catch a hitch pattern, you want to spin and go to the outside rather than the inside, because when you go outside, you have an opportunity to run away from the pursuing angles of the defensive people. He ran right into the pursuit, got hit, the ball bounced up into the air, and he loses possession of it because he spun the wrong way.
So Tampa Bay stops the Green Bay drive, and they have it back. Very short yardage for Harris. Or Howard, rather. Getting near the 11-minute mark. And now Tampa Bay's philosophy, Hank, has to change. They have a 6-point lead in the ball. They have not had the lead before in this game with the football. Incomplete, intended for Carrier, but it was low and outside.
Well, look at this. Philadelphia 17-17. Giants come back.
Houston now leading Pittsburgh after trailing, and San Francisco, Steve Young off the bench for the injured Joe Montana. Look at this. Dallas 31-21 over the Rams, and Detroit now leading New Orleans. Testaverde trying to run out of trouble. He cannot. Blaze Winter brings him down. And Tampa will have to punt it away. Green Bay should get pretty good field position.
Kansas City is expected 26-14. I bet you they're running up and down the field with that big fullback they have, Okoye.
Jeff Query drops back for Green Bay. Chris Moore will hit it from about his own 15. And he drives it out of there. Query should have room to run it back from the 32. Back to the 45 before he's knocked down. So the Packers will in fact have pretty decent field position after a 44-yard punt and a 13-yard return. Just over 10 minutes to play. 1st and 10, Green Bay at their own 45. They're down. And Mikowski goes long. Sterling Sharp has it. Touchdown. A 55-yard touchdown pass to tie the game at 13 with the extra point to come.
Here again, play action fake initially. And there you see him run right by Jones. I think he was trying to anticipate an outside move or a short pattern. He ran right by him. He's got good recovery speed, Jones has, but he didn't get there in time. The ball is thrown perfectly into the end zone for the touchdown. Sterling Sharp. Boy, what a big league play.
And Chris Jackie comes on to convert and give Green Bay yet another 1-point lead, as Mikowski's magic may not be all used up yet.
Well, I told you a little while ago, that's what they need to get back in the game. They got to get behind, and that's what they've done all year long. It's been an unusual team.
They led 7-6. They now lead 14-13 as Tampa Bay came back. with big plays of their own to get the lead. And next Sunday, CBS football continues here on the NFL Today, 12:30 Eastern Time, followed by doubleheader action. Detroit at Chicago, Atlanta at Minnesota, or Tampa Bay versus Houston. You will see that game in the first game, depending on where you live. And then the most folks around the country will be looking at the New York Giants in Denver, as game 2 of the doubleheader will get underway at 4 Eastern Time. Sterling Sharp, looking sharp with a 55-yard jaunt.
And feeling sharp.
12th touchdown he has scored this year to go with his 1,000+ yards receiving. Another squib kick, kicked around a little bit, and finally William Howard picks it up and rumbles across the 25 to about the 28, where Mark Hall and Burnell Bucky Dent bring him down. This is nothing new for Green Bay to come back. In the fourth quarter against New Orleans, they were trailing by 10. They won by 1. Atlanta, they were down by 15 and won by 2. They trailed Chicago by 6 and won by 1 point, and Minnesota by 3 to win by 1. Now they lead by 1 in this game with 9:45 left to play. Testaverde with time dumps it off over the head of William Howard, and he's lucky that floater was not picked off. Brian Noble again diving for the ball.
And here again, we've talked about this so many times. I think anytime that you throw the ball in the middle area, you better make sure that you throw the ball at the numbers or below, because if you do drop the ball, it's going to go right down to the ground. You throw it up on top, it's always jump ball and an opportunity for an interception, and that was very close to being one.
And as you pointed out earlier, Hank, that's where a lot of people are, is around the middle right there. A lot of chances for opposition hands to get it. 2nd and 10. Testaverde throwing with authority to Carrier at the 45. Ken Stills, the free safety, hit him right away, but it's a gain of 17 and a first down.
Here again, they play so much zone defense. Now Carrier coming off the ball. He gets him turned to the inside a little bit, breaks inside away from the corner. The ball is thrown right in front of the safety. And the key again is the ball is thrown right at the numbers, right on the money.
Carrier, after a slow start, has picked up 5 receptions for 76 yards. Tampa Bay at their own 46. Complete again to Carrier as he rolls out of bounds at the Green Bay 38. And again, he got away from Dave Brown, and again, it's a 17-yard gain.
Brown is playing way off here. Now look at number 32, the defensive. He turns to the inside, and Carrier makes an inside then outside move and just leaves Brown. Brown is concerned about not getting licked deep, and so he gave him a lot of room inside in front of, and he made the sideline catch in good shape.
San Francisco has defeated Atlanta with Steve Young coming off the bench, 23-10. Atlanta had led early in that game. Sylvester Stamps picking his way to about the 33 in the grasp of Tim Harris.
The big thing right now with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is that they really have to express patience. They've got a lot of time, and they've got to continue to mix the run and the pass and try to get some balance and keep the drive alive and get an opportunity to at least kick a field goal if they can't get the touch.
From the 32 of Green Bay, 2nd down and 4. Stamps close to the first down with second effort. He gets inside the 30, but a penalty flag is thrown at about the line of scrimmage.
Holding number 82.
And it's holding against Tampa Bay.
Somebody from Green Bay came in from the inside and really got a great shot on Sylvester Stamps, number 24.
Holding 82. 10 yards, 2nd down.
And that is the first penalty called against the Tampa Bay offensive unit all day long.
They threw the tight end a couple of times early in the game. They haven't gotten back to him since. Hall, you would think, with the way they're playing zone defenses, should be available, should be a guy that you ought to consider down here someplace on this drive. The tight end, 82.
2nd and 14.
Hill in motion. Blitz is on, but they pick it up. Incomplete. It was intended for Bruce Hill. And it'll be 3rd down and about 14 to go.
Here we see Hill, number 84, coming in motion all the way across the formation. And then goes right back to where he came from in a shallow course. It's out in front a little bit. And there again, that kind of a ball, when you're running full speed, you're a lot better to throw it a little higher. Then you can run into the ball. Low balls are hard to catch when you're running full speed, especially about knee high like that one was.
Well, it's safe to say that Testaverde has not been sharp with his accuracy. And here he gets picked off. Dave Brown with yet another interception, and that is the 5th interception Testaverde has thrown.
And of course, Brown is a very cunning guy back there, as all the patterns he has seen. See, he's playing very soft. He's backing off. There's a good cushion. But this time he does not go for the inside fake like he did the last time. Remember, he ran inside and then broke outside and made the pattern. This time he laid on the outside, waited for the move, and made the interception. A great, great move by Brown.
Went to the well one time too often against a 15-year veteran. Brown picked off 2 last week, and he's had 2 today. So Green Bay, with a 1-point lead, gets the ball back, 1st and 10 at their own 28. Fullwood can't get outside. Rod Jones on the tackle. We're at Tampa Stadium. Steve Zabriskie and Hank Stram as Green Bay and Tampa Bay battle for the 22nd time, and it's no different, Hank, than it's been for the last few times. It's another 1, 2, 3-point game probably, and Dave Brown's had a lot to do with it.
Yes, that's right. And of course, we thought maybe it might be this kind of a game if it wasn't a turnover game, and it's been exactly that so far.
2nd down and 8. Fake draw. Mikowski under pressure. Slides down as he gets across the 30. Chased by Rod Jones.
I tell you another thing, this Tampa Bay Buccaneers, both teams have done a great job defensively. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have improved dramatically defensively, and I think Doug Graber, their defensive coordinator, has done an excellent job here. And I kind of look for him to get a lot of recognition, and I think he's going to have a great opportunity to be a head coach in this league very, very soon, because he deserves the opportunity and is an excellent coach.
Nothing succeeds like success. Mikowski has completed 20 of 43 for 279 yards. A couple of touchdowns and a couple of interceptions. 3rd and 7. Penalty flags are down. Mikowski running, has the 1st down, but the penalty was back at the snap.
Illegal motion, number 75, 5 yards, 3rd down.
So the play will come back as illegal motion is called against Ken Rutgers. And Green Bay will not have the 1st down.
Mikowski really
Yeah, Rutgers just stepped back with his left foot.
That's right, and you can't move before the ball is snapped, and that's exactly what he did. But he's trying to get back and get an angle on the pass rusher, and that's why he did it prematurely.
That was the 10th penalty against Green Bay. Now it's 3rd and 12. Mikowski tripped up short of the first down, and a fine play by Robert Pig Golf. Magic's been under a lot of pressure. At times he's been able to get out. It's amazing with all those hurries, he's only been sacked once.
I tell you, he's got a lot of poise, and he's a terrific runner. A lot of guys can scramble, but he's really like a running back. He has good angles, gets good position, takes advantage of it, good speed. He's just terrific once he escapes from the pocket.
Bracken on to punt. Willie Drury back for Tampa Bay. And Bracken drives it into the wind. Drury at the 30. At the 38. Knocked down by Clint Didier after a 38-yard punt and an 8-yard return. 4:21 left to go in the game. Packers holding on by 1.
Working to be the best they can be. Teammates, sponsored by the U.S. Army. Veteran Otis Anderson and rookie Dave Meggett best exemplify the Giants changing to the guard. Anderson's NFL career is culminating in a banner season, while Meggett is making his bid to be a key part of the Giants' future. Passing the torch is an annual rite of autumn in the NFL, and the smooth transition from Anderson to Meggett will help the Giants remain the best they can be.
This was earlier today as Tim Harris was having his ankle retaped along the sidelines. And Hank, for all the defense we've seen, except for the one sack, Tim Harris really has not been a big factor.
No, he really hasn't been, and he has been in most of the games that he's played. But in this game so far, he's made 3 tackles and 1 sack, and that's about it. But we haven't had occasion to talk about him hardly at all this afternoon.
And you have to wonder if maybe his ankle is bothering him to the point where it's taken away from his performance. Testaverde sacked, and there he is, 97. Shooting those 6 guns.
Well, there we go. He must have heard us. He must have heard us talking about it. Here we see him, 97 on the outside. Now watch what happens. They're trying to block him with a guard that time. McHale, the left guard, is trying to block him, and that's tough to do with a guard. Normally a tackle blocks the outside linebacker. This time the guard, he didn't get there soon enough, and he made the sack.
2nd and 15, and a completion to Carrier at the 49. It's not Carrier, it's Bruce Hill. Murphy and Holland make the tackle on Hill after a gain of 16.
You're the quarterback here now. This is what Testaverde sees. He's looking left all the way. He loves to throw that slant pattern on the inside, and he gets it right on the money to Hill and in some traffic.
So that made up the penalty, or the sack, and then some. A gain of 17, 1st and 10. Swinging it out to William Howard. Tim Harris there to meet him, forcing him out of bounds. Not a bad first down game, however, of nearly 8 yards.
Tim Harris is starting to talk a little bit too, along with the action, and he likes to do that. And people get the wrong impression, because really he said he does it to motivate himself and to keep himself in the game, not to antagonize anybody, but just to motivate himself.
In addition to leading the league in sacks, he leads the league in wristbands. 3 minutes, 5 seconds left in the game. Tampa Bay down by 1. William Howard. Ridden out of bounds, short of the first down. It's going to be very, very close. Dave Brown was over there to get him around the shoulders as he went out right near the marker. And it should be close enough for a measurement. Appears that there's a Packer shaken up, and it's Robert Brown. So that's the reason for the timeout.
And he's played an outstanding game here this afternoon. Really has. Rushing the passer, playing the run, good quickness and speed and reaction.
They're looking at that left knee, and you never like to see those knees being examined. But he's walking off under his own power.
Yeah, that's always good to see when they're fooling around with the knee, and then he can jump up and walk back as gingerly as he does. Now he's jogging a little bit. It must be in pretty good shape.
So Brown is out of there, and now the chains will come on to measure. They'll have to bring them all the way across the field. Blaze Winter comes into the game, replacing Robert Brown at defensive end. And they are inches short of a first down, which will make it 3rd down and that far to go. Well, now a little bit farther. This game, of course, has a great bearing on standings in the NFC Central Division, with Green Bay and Minnesota tied at 7-5. Minnesota and Chicago playing later. Tampa Bay, if they were to lose, would really drop out of any faint hope they may have left. Green Bay plays at home against Kansas, at Kansas City, and then they go to Chicago and Dallas. The Buccaneers at Houston, at Detroit, and then they are home to Pittsburgh. Green Bay with 2 of their last 3 on the road. The Vikings have Atlanta, at Cleveland, and then in Cincinnati at home, and then Chicago with 2 at home. Detroit and Green Bay finish up on the coast against the 49ers. So this division far from being decided. 3rd and 1. Wilder has the first down.
Now here's the takeoff. They're all in the gaps, getting in there good and low. The Wilder gets as close to the line of scrimmage as he possibly can, and then leaps over the top. Good timing on the leap, and he makes the necessary yardage for the first down. You can't leap too far away from the line of scrimmage like some backs do.
Philadelphia leading New York 24-17 now, as the tie has been broken in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 40. Testaverde over the middle and complete. Carey with a sliding grab, covered by Johnny Holland. 11-yard gain, and 2 minutes remain in the football game. The Packers 14, the Bucs 13. The final 2 minutes when we return. Two minutes to play in the Battle of the Bays as Green Bay leads by 1, and Tampa Bay has a 1st and 10 at the Green Bay 28. Each team has their full complement of 3 timeouts remaining, and what's going to be the key to the final 2 minutes, Coach?
Well, getting close enough to try to get a touchdown, and if not to lose the opportunity to win it with a field goal.
Sylvester Stamps. Not much in the middle, a yard or 2. Blaze Winter and Mark Murphy make the stop. And now timeout is signaled by Green Bay.
I'll tell you another thing, Steve. I think if he would fake a run, just like the play he ran that time with a fullback halfback combination, not telling anybody about it at all, just keep the ball himself and run left or right away from the pursuing defense, he could come up with a big play. Talking about Testaverde, because they're really chasing.
Not only that, as we look at Donald Igwebuike, who has already made 2 of 3 field goal attempts today, you don't expect Testaverde to run because he is not what you might call fleet of foot.
That's right, but he's a lot fleeter than you think he is, if that's the right word to use. Fleet.
Fleeter? He's fleeter. Well, one thing he does have is long legs.
That's right, and he takes about 3 steps and covers 10 yards.
Igwebuike, as you see, is not too shabby from inside the 35. In fact, he has never missed. In order for him to hit one from inside the 35, they could try it right now, because it would be about a 34-yard attempt with this line of scrimmage.
He might have to soak it in Gatorade first before he'd kick it. Make sure he had enough energy to pop it through there.
Stamps. struggling for yardage, and apparently that seems to be the strategy as Perkins is running the ball up the middle, trying to keep it in the middle of the field.
Well, he's trying to run the ball to take as much time off of the clock as he possibly can, and then be satisfied to kick the field goal with as little time left remaining in the game for the Green Bay Packers to come back and recover. That's exactly what he's trying to do right now.
Green Bay now has only one timeout remaining, as they have taken 2 timeouts, 2 40-second timeouts.
And Green Bay has to desperately try to tackle the ball and get a fumble, do something defensively to get possession of the football.
Igwebuike not only has been perfect inside the 35 for his career, but he has kicked quite a few clutch field goals, going back to 85, overtime against Detroit. 3 of these 5 game-winning pressure field goals have come against the Green Bay Packers. Will he have a chance to do it again? 3rd down and 5. Complete to Stamps, out of bounds and appearing to be short of the first down.
See, the pass he threw that time was just like a run. He was a back into flat, very safe, high percentage kind of a play. If it's not there, you throw it out of bounds, but he was there and he's just short of the first down.
It may be close enough for them to bring the chains all the way across again, and they will. 1 minute 40 seconds remaining in the game. Green Bay leading 14-13. If they are short, it will be 4th down and 1 for Tampa Bay. And they are short. Ray Perkins says go, so let's get the field goal unit out there, and Igwebuike will get his chance with 1:40 to play. And we want to welcome those of you who have been watching other games around the country. Steve Zabriskie and Hank Stram here in Tampa, where with 1:40 to play and Green Bay leading Tampa Bay 14-13, and 4th down and 3 inches to go, Donald Igwebuike, who has kicked 5 game winners late in games in his career, 3 against Green Bay, will try to do it again. Chris Moore, the holder, will put it down at the 27. It will be a 30 or the 26, a 36-yard attempt. And it is good. Igwebuike under pressure comes through again, and Green Bay will have 1:35 trailing by 2.
Yeah, not too much animation. He's just happy as can be about kicking a field goal. And Ray Perkins is not excited because he says in his own mind, that's why we sent you out there. You're supposed to kick the field goal. So what's the big deal?
And on top of that, Henry, there's 1:35 to go, and Mikowski and company have been here before.
That's right. That's what we talked about a moment ago. They were hoping they could take as much time off that clock as they possibly could, so they wouldn't get the ball with this much time left. That's a lot of time for Mikowski and company.
Green Bay burned 2 of their 3 timeouts, while Tampa Bay was maneuvering for the field goal. They only have 1 timeout left.
Now the big thing is the kickoff return and kickoff coverage. If they come out of here with good field position, it's going to be a lot easier because all they need is a field goal.
So Igwebuike, who has been criticized for not kicking the ball deep or with much hang time, will kick off to either rookie Vince Workman, 46, or Carl Bland, 83.
And the sweet spot for the return is about 6 yards, 5 to 6 yard line. That's where you like for him to kick it.
Workman at the 8 drops the ball. Out to the 18. So Tampa Bay has good coverage, helped out by the drop of the kick. Donnie Elder on the tackle, and Mikowski and company have 1:29 with which to work. reason that it was so important is this Green Bay touchdown, a 55-yarder to Sharp that put Green Bay in front.
It runs right by Jones. The ball is thrown right over the top for the touchdown.
Green Bay's worst starting field position of the day. Mikowski under pressure to Sharp. Sterling run out of bounds by Elder, short of the first down, but stops the clock with 1:21 remaining.
Sharp has a very easy stride. You don't look like he's going as nearly as fast as he is, but he's covering a lot of real estate. Watch him here now on Jones. Jones has got outside leverage, a run crossing pattern, catches it on the run, goes all the way across the other side of the field, and is finally knocked out of bounds near the sideline.
Do you think they're doing the right thing, Hank, or should they be going deep?
Well, you got to take what they give you here because they're playing a deep zone. You got to move down the field. You got to just get 3 points.
Mikowski run out of bounds and has just enough apparently for the first down on 2nd and 1.
Good presence on his part. He knew exactly what he had to do, where to go. He got the first down and killed the clock by jumping out of bounds.
Rookie kicker for Green Bay, Chris Jackie, may find that the mantle of responsibility and pressure falls on his shoulders shortly. He would be kicking into the wind, however.
That's why he took a sip of Gatorade right there.
Green Bay has been here before. And we showed you this earlier, trailing New Orleans, Atlanta, Chicago, and Minnesota by various degrees. They came back to win those games by 1 or 2 points. Mikowski under pressure gets it away to Fontenot, and Fontenot dances out of bounds, apparently with another first down at the 40. 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining as Jackie gets ready. Green Bay, 1 timeout remaining. They have not had to use any in this drive so far.
And remember, they really have to get down to about the 25-yard line in order to get a chance at a good field goal.
1st and 10 at the Green Bay 40. Mikowski's going to be sacked. John Cannon as Green Bay uses their last timeout. That's the 2nd time Mikowski's been sacked today.
It caves in on him in a hurry. Gets back in the pocket. About a 5-step drop. Somebody leaps high in front of him right about the time he's trying to get the ball. Cannon, number 80, or 78, I'm sorry. 78 gets good penetration and completes the job on the sack of Mikowski.
Mikowski over to the sidelines. 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining in the game. It's 2nd down and 16, but more importantly, Hank, the Packers now have no timeouts remaining.
That's right.
And so it makes it difficult, even if they do get down there, to stop the clock for the field goal attempt.
Well, if they make a play downfield where they would normally want to call a timeout, they just got to line up on the ball and throw the ball into the ground, stop the clock, and start from there.
Mikowski close to another 300-yard day. He has 299 so far. Incomplete. Intended for Aubrey Matthews. 58 seconds left on the clock.
They're trying to throw the short stuff because they're playing a deep zone, but I would think that they try to throw something a little deeper, maybe in the 18-20-yard area, breaking into the middle section of the field to get a bigger chunk to get down the field a little quicker and get a chance to kick a field goal.
Well, they're going to have to go some now because it's 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Incomplete. Intended for Sharp, but way underthrown.
He got a little pressure on the right side, on his right from the throwing side, and as a result, didn't get a chance to deliver the ball with the same kind of stuff that he normally would, and it falls incomplete.
They call him Magic, and we'll find out if he has any left, because it is 4th down and 16. On the year, the Packers are 7 of 10 on 4th down conversions. Intercepted. Incomplete. Almost picked off by Harry Hamilton, but he couldn't hold on. There is a penalty flag back at the line of scrimmage.
If it's back at the line of scrimmage, it's got to be holding.
Number 97.
And of
First
course,
down.
if it is on Green Bay, Tampa Bay will take over. But it appears as if it is on Tampa Bay. Green Bay is still alive.
Watch Bukowski.
He was upset then, but he's happy now. A 5-yard mark off against Tampa Bay. Complete. Aubrey Matthews, but no timeouts left, and the clock running with 37 seconds remaining. The ball at the Green Bay 46. 30 seconds left. And Bukowski just dropping it in an effort to stop the clock.
That's what he had to do. It takes too much time to go through the whole routine if he doesn't stop the clock.
28 seconds remaining. The penalty on Tampa Bay gave Green Bay yet another chance, as it was 4th and 16. The pass incomplete, and the 5-yard mark off, apparently for defensive holding. An automatic first down for Green Bay. It is now 3rd and 4. Complete to Perry Kemp, who's out of bounds, stopping the clock with 21 seconds remaining. Donnie Elder rolled him out of bounds inside Tampa Bay territory.
Well, the big thing about that pattern was the fact that they got the first down. That was a must. And plus the fact that in conjunction with that, they stopped the clock. They still got plenty of time. See, they just, right now, they're on the, 45-yard line. They get the ball down 20 yards to the 25-yard line. They got a good chance to kick the field goal.
1st and 10 at the Tampa Bay 46. Incomplete. Bukowski firing it behind Jeff Query, who never turned around.
Well, it was man-for-man coverage. They were blitzing, and Query was trying to go upfield one-on-one, but Bukowski didn't read it, I don't think, as Query anticipated, and he throws it incomplete. But again, he stops the clock, and he's still got plenty of time.
We'd like to welcome those of you who have been watching the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. This is Steve Zabriskie along with Hank Stram at Tampa Stadium. 18 seconds remaining in the game. It has been back and forth all day. Philadelphia has defeated New York, and here Tampa Bay leads 16-14. 2nd down and 10 from the Tampa Bay 46. Complete at the 29. Elder trying to hold down the receiver Carl Bland.
He's got to stop.
They've got to throw the ball down now. He does with 1 second. They couldn't get the clock stopped until 1 second was left. And all they can do now is send out the rookie Chris Jackie to attempt a lengthy field goal into the wind.
It winds up being about a 30, 40, 47-yard field goal.
It's within his range. Jackie has made a 52-yarder in his rookie season. It will be a 47-yard attempt. And now Tampa Bay takes the almost obligatory timeout. These two teams this year, prior to today, have played 24 games between them. 15 of those have been decided by 4 or fewer points, not to mention the games between these two teams. And here's the stoppage of the clock. Boy, that's just under the wire.
Well, he was smart enough to know exactly that they didn't have much time left. Had he gone back in the pocket and taken any more time to drop the ball down on the ground, time would have expired.
This has been helped. Green Bay has been helped by a 5-yard defensive holding penalty on 4th and 16 that gave them an automatic first down and kept the drive alive. And now the rookie from the University of Texas at El Paso, Chris Jackie, will have one chance to win it. It's good. The Packer magic continues as they win it 17-16 on the final play of the game.
Incredible.
They remain atop the NFC Central Division. And Jackie's 3rd game-winning field goal this year.
And look how fast he got it up. He got it up. He got the flaps up in a hurry. Fantastic kick. 52-yarder. 47-yarder. 47-yarder, and he pumped it right through there.
And some credit to Don Bracken as he got a high snap down in a hurry for Jackie. Great job by Green Bay, and the magic is still intact. Here's Infante's reaction to the field goal. Green Bay winning at 17-16 here in Tampa Bay, and we'll be back in just a minute.
The Giants are tied for first, but the Eagles have the lead in the division because they swept the Giants. That's the first tiebreaker in determining a division title. So the Eagles in first place in the NFC East. The one you just watched, the Green Bay Packers, with a chance to be in first all alone, depending on what the Bears and the Minnesota Vikings do tonight. Cincinnati came up with a tremendous performance in Cleveland today. 21-0 was the final there. Houston with a Lorenzo White touchdown with 20 seconds to go, and the Oilers pull it out on the Steelers 23-16. San Francisco and Atlanta, Steve Young replaces Joe Montana out with injured ribs, and the 49ers pull that one out. The Rams, and we're going to get into that game momentarily, 35-31, a victory over Dallas. Detroit, and again the Lions come through in the Silverdome, 21-14. The Saints below 500. They've just about packed it in, haven't they? Kansas City over Miami. A lot of folks like the Chiefs big today, and they came through for them, 26-21. New England and Indianapolis, and Stevens ran it in. Great run with time running out to pull this one out for the Patriots. Now games that are underway. 3-0, the Skins with a lead down in Arizona. The Raiders kicked a field goal on the Denver Broncos in Los Angeles. They're making that hold up. Now the Jets in San Diego, and the Jets have just scored. Johnny Hector in for the touchdown, makes it 6-0. Jets with the lead in that game. So Irv and I are going to take you back now and show you some highlights on this game, because there is an enormous controversy that's going to unfold after this game is all debated by the officials in the league. First of all, it appeared to be lost right here. Yeah, but the scene, folks, to keep you warm up there. Listen, we mentioned the Philadelphia Eagles will be the team you're going to have to beat out for that home field advantage. They go to 9-4. Let's check in. This was a wild game over in the Meadowlands. A lot of turnovers, none worse than this one. Perhaps you saw it at halftime. Sims threw it right to Clyde Simmons. Zeke Moat makes a feeble attempt to tackle him. Looked like he was blocking for him on that play, didn't he? Big fella rumbles in, and Sims understandably very upset. But he did hit Mark Ingram here for a 41-yard touchdown. And then Buddy Ryan could have gone up by 10. What about this play?
Yeah, really, he should have gone for the field goal, but he didn't. He elected to go for it, 4th and less than a yard. And Steve Diassi from the Giants comes in there and makes a great stop right there. Tremendous goal line stand for the Giants, and it looked like New York was going to pull this game out.
Look at the blow that Otis Anderson takes right here, folks, for the Giants. I'm in agony just watching that replay. I don't want to see it again. No, thank you. All right, here's the big play. And again, the defense, it was Bob Golick stripping the ball. Recovered by Mike Pitserv, and that set it up.
Set up a touchdown run by Keith Byers, who ran very well in the 4th quarter. Brennan looked like the old form he displayed at Ohio State years ago. Great power.
So looking at the standings now, even though they're both 9-4, Eagles with the lead because they have swept the Giants. And you know, Irv, tonight in the NFC Central, the Bears go up to play the Vikings, and the Bears, of course, can do the Packers a big favor tonight. What's your feeling?
Well, you know, I'm still waiting for the Vikings offense to catch them on fire. They've only scored 5 touchdowns in the last 22 quarters, and there's still a big question mark about whether or not Herschel Walker can really help that offense. He hasn't yet since he's been there.
You know, again, a point we made in the pregame show, Irv, I think that everybody has a favorite team, all right? But second favorite this year has got to be the Green Bay Packers for everybody. This is a great story.
Well, you know, the tradition from Green Bay, you know, the uniforms and the style of play they have up there. I mean, a good, hard, crisp, clean, hard-nosed pro football. You love watching them play. And they're an exciting football team.
Get the bratwurst and the beer ready, man. Here we go. All right. We're going to send you back to the stadium when we continue with our post-game show here in just a moment.
Tampa Bay, Steve Zabriskie and Hank Stram, where the Green Bay Packers have come through with their 5th cardiac arresting comeback of the season.